It is 20 minutes before 9 o'clock. You know, the weather warming up, and that means you and your family will be spending a lot of time outdoors if you haven't been already. This morning, we're on your side helping you keep your children safe in the sun. Dr. John Zannis, a board-certified plastic surgeon, here live with us here on Bounce TV with some really handy tips that you need to know this morning. Good to meet you, Dr. Zannis.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, so I think for the most part, it's safe to say we as adults have to take charge of making our children's, making sure they're safe in the sun, right? Because your child's not going to get up and say, Mom, I'm ready for sunscreen necessarily.
Absolutely.
You know?
It's hard enough for me as an adult and a plastic surgeon to do it. So my kids, they hate it, but you know, it's really our job to show them a good example by doing it to ourselves, but then also making sure every day, no matter if they're going to the beach or just going to school, they're protected.
Or no matter how warm it is outside, because it could be kind of on the cooler side, but if the sun is shining.
Absolutely. If you can see sun, then there's UV radiation damaging your skin.
Okay, so there are some ABCs of responsible UV protection habits, right, that you want to share with us?
Yeah, this is an easy way that we talk to families and children about remembering. So A is for away. If you can play in the shade, that's great. We need sun for our vitamin D, but try to stay out of the direct sun as much as possible. B is for block. You know, we talk about sunscreens and sunblocks. And then C is to cover up and wear a hat, wear sunglasses, or clothing that can protect your skin.
What are some of the best sunscreens out there? What are some rules that people should kind of live by and look for in sunscreen when they're purchasing it?
Yeah, that's a great question. There's sunscreens and there's sunblocks. Sunblocks are usually those white, creamy kind of zinc oxide things you see.
Okay.
And those are good for people who have sensitivity or allergies to the chemical sunscreens. But in general, you're talking about chemical sunscreens, and you want to look for an SPF of about 35 or higher. That's important. Apply it 15 to 30 minutes before your sun exposure. So if you get to the beach and spray it on, it's going to take about 15 to 30 minutes before it starts working, and that's all that it takes to burn.
Wow, that's good to know. Okay.
Reapply frequently, especially if you're sweating or swimming. Even if it says waterproof or water resistant, it is not. And I think something that a lot of people don't know is, like you see this lady here spraying.
Yeah.
Spraying it on alone does nothing. You really have to rub it in like she's doing here to the child. If you spray it on, it is not going to be adequately absorbed by the skin, and you're not going to have any protection.
Yeah, yeah. All right, that's some great advice there. And like you said, it doesn't take a long time, right, to be out in the sun and get damage to your skin.
Not at all. One reason why we talk about this is because only 1 or 2 bad sunburns before the age of 18 and your child's risk of a melanoma later in life is dramatically increased. So we really want to protect them when they're young and then continue those good habits throughout their life.
Yeah, so start now, start early when they're listening to everything you're saying.
That's right. Hopefully.
Right, and hopefully that will create some better habits as they're grown-ups.
Yes,
all right.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Dr. Zannis.
Thank you.
Some great advice, great tips there. Let's go to meteorologist Al Conklin, who is